They say that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, and for us, this was it. Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Paulata Lihabi. If you're new here, you're very much welcome, and please stick around and watch as we share our amazing journey to building our home. So we were gifted this land on our wedding day, and finally the day of the handover was here. So before anything else, the land was blessed by my father-in-law. So in case you're trying to catch what's happening here, this is my father-in-law, and he's basically just praying over the land and also blessing it with holy water, for he hands it over to us. So yeah, that's just it.
Receiving the gift of land from our parents felt like being handed a living symbol of love, legacy, and trust. It wasn't just a piece of earth, it was a foundation, a future, and a deep-rooted connection to where we came from. We felt overwhelmed with gratitude, humbled by their generosity, and inspired to build something lasting on the sacred ground. In that moment, love felt tangible, and the future felt full of promise. On this day, words of wisdom were spoken, hopes were whispered into the wind, and a sense of peace settled over us. It was as if the land itself was awakened, ready to cuddle our dreams, witness our growth, and carry the stories we will tell one day. The blessings made it feel not just like property, but like home, even before anything was built.
This was now a year later. After saving for some time, we decided to start the journey to transformation. The first step was to source for materials, and we did a lot of research, a lot of consultation, and we also visited several suppliers before finally settling on one. And the reason we did this was, first of all, there are some suppliers who are so expensive, so that means that we will use a lot of money, or maybe we will waste a lot of money. Two, there are some people who are posing as suppliers, but in real sense they are conmen. So if you're not keen, you might even lose all of your money. Thirdly, there are some suppliers who also don't have good quality of materials, and so it's just good to be sure with whatever you're buying. You need to do research and try to find out what is it that you really need, and is it worth the amount of money that you're going to pay for. Yeah, so that was basically it. So right here, these were the foundation stones that we purchased, and these were the first bunch of materials that we actually purchased. And yeah, we are finally happy to actually just see it. And you know, if you have started with the first step by just bringing even one material, it means that the journey has started. So we were so happy and we were so excited about this.
Choosing to buy building materials slowly was both a practical and a meaningful decision. It allowed us to plan carefully, make intentional choices, and avoid unnecessary financial strain. Each item we brought home felt like a small step forward, a piece of the dream coming to life.
So soon after we bought the foundation stones, now the sand was being delivered, and we were so happy, we were so excited. because slowly by slowly our dream is being actualized.
I'm not sure what you can relate. Maybe you can liken this to purchasing something that you've always desired for quite some time. Because for us, we felt a unique sense of joy that came with buying the building materials, because each purchase felt like a promise to the future. Whether it was a tip of cement or a tip of sand, whether it was the lorry of stones, we felt like every item sparked excitement and made our dream feel more real. The sight of materials piling up brought a quiet sense of satisfaction, knowing we were inching closer to building something of our own. It was not just about the construction. It was about creating a space filled with love, memories, and a purpose. Every piece carried hope, and that made even the smallest purchase feel significant.
So after buying the sand, we got broke, and so we had to take a break. And while we took that break, we were sourcing for funds. So finally, we came back and purchased ballast. So this is where it was being delivered.
The land, which was once covered with a lot of vegetation, wild beauty, slowly began to transform before our eyes. With each visit, we saw small changes. Cleared spaces where trees once stood, piles of sand and stone taking their place. It was a bittersweet moment. It was sad to witness nature make room for our dream, but we carried our deep respect for what the land had offered us. Our goal was never to rush. We were committed to taking baby steps, purchasing materials gradually, and allowing the process to unfold with care and intention. Every cleared patch, every delivered item marked progress towards a future we were building with love and patience.
This was a few days later where we had to pay someone to put our materials in order. So for the stones, they had to be placed in an orderly manner. And I think this helps in knowing the number of stones that were delivered. And also, it creates order in that, no one would just come out of nowhere and steal your stones, and you know exactly how you've arranged them. It would be so hard for someone to come and pick your stones and go with them. So secondly, for the ballast and the sand, the stones are usually placed around them. I think it prevents them from scattering all over. So it creates a very, very good boundary around them.
Just for the record, we had bought 20 tons of ballast and 20 tons of sand.
So this was our first step before we actually took another break. And guys, when you look at this, it may seem as if it was so easy, but that's not the case. There was a lot of sacrifice in terms of just time and majorly resources for us to be able to achieve this. Also, I think we got a lot of help from friends and family, because if you're just doing this alone, I know it would be so hectic, and maybe you would fall into hands of con men and such, because there are so many people who are out there to just, steal from people. So we got a lot of advice, we got a lot of link ups, like our friends or our family members who have already done this before. They linked us to some good people who are able to supply different kind of things, and that really helped us a lot. Also, our friends and some family members, they chipped in one way or another, because sometimes you think like, I can really do this, I can handle this, but it really drains you a lot. Sometimes you find that you're going to use all your cash and you have nothing left. So if you get a friend who can step up and do this for you, or a family member who can do this in one way or another, it boosts you it boosts you a lot. So that's it. And so finally we managed to do this, and we were so happy. For us, it's something that we had just prayed for, but we had not thought that it would come so soon. But here we are, and we have embraced it, and we love it. So ours is just to encourage people out there, whatever you're praying for, never give up, because when the time is right, the Lord will just make it happen. When you don't know how to go about things, how you will go about it, what you will do, you're confused, or you just praying and you don't know, how things will happen, just trust the process. When the time comes, we'll find the right people who will connect you to the right people, and you'll be able to do this, and everything will just be all right. So that's it from me. Thank you.